Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine, and it's Wednesday as I'm filming this, but you will see it on Thursday. So it's Thursday. Give Barry your order. He needs keeping busy. He's licking his wounds. So I'll tell you about that in a little bit. Going to do a little bit of a catch up, and yeah, if you're new here, welcome. I've had a little flurry of new subscribers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. I run a little virtual coffee shop here, and I have a virtual barista called Barry who gets up to all kinds of shenanigans, and he's very unlucky in love. Yes, so we'll find out a bit about Barry in a little while. But I showed you some happy mail in one of my last videos, and said that one of the cards was from Mindy, Slice of Life. It wasn't from her. It was from a Melissa. Mindy's full name is Melissa. It was from Melissa Davies, who is by Mimi with Love. So I'll link her channel down below. So I'm really sorry about that, by Mimi with Love, and I'm really sorry for that, Mindy. Mindy says she has sent me something in the post, but we know what the post is like, and I wasn't expecting anything from her anyway, so yeah. So I've got a couple of VRs to do, and if you know of anybody who needs any VRs doing, please do just shout out downstairs for me, because I do like to support as many people as I can, because lots of people support me, for which I'm very grateful. So Samantha from H2H Crafts is having a Just Because giveaway. I met Samantha through the Woolly Stuff ATC swap, and Samantha's got a YouTube channel, and she also has an Etsy shop, and I haven't bought anything from her Etsy shop. I must go and have a look, but she does sequin mixes and glitters and all kinds of ephemera and tags and things like that. Very talented crafter, and I do believe that she was a card maker of the year winner a couple of years ago. Her giveaway is open until the 28th of February. I don't think you need to send her anything, but I will link that video, and you need to go and watch that video. I'm sure most of you have already anyway. I'm very late to the party. You need to comment on the video, like, and obviously be subscribed, and tell her where you've shared it. So this is a VR for Samantha, H2H Crafts. The other person is Mrs. Stationery and Stuff, the lovely Laura. She's having an awesome giveaway as well. Both of these giveaways and prizes are absolutely adorable. Again, this one is open until the 28th of February. Again, I will leave that particular giveaway video linked. You need to be subscribed, obviously. You need to like the video. A VR will be very much appreciated. I think you get an extra entry for a VR or a share on social media, and you must, because she just doesn't want random people subscribing, you must have commented on at least 5 previous videos. When you as somebody who creates content, when somebody leaves a comment on one of your videos, you can click on their icon and it will tell you how many comments they've made on your channel in total. So I'm sure that Laura will be going through and doing that. Both of these ladies are awesome crafters, and of course Mrs. Stationery and Stuff is Laura is a fellow DT member for Cheryl Simone Crafts. So that's a couple of VRs. I've done a couple of hidden giveaways recently, or not so hidden. So I'm giving away this book, and I'm giving away this. I think this was a double-edged project, if you like. This is a stationery caddy. It's got a notebook in it, and all of the little pots come out, and you know, you can move them around. And for the book, I think you had to comment what your favourite thing in January was, and for the caddy, I think you had to say what you would put in this little pot. It's a little pot. So one of them is obviously for a notebook. The other one you can put quite a lot of pens in, and the other one is designed to take a distress ink or distress oxide ink pad. So let's draw for those now. So we'll do the draw for the book first. I'm sorry, I did say it was going to be UK only because it is quite heavy, and I've got 4 people who commented what their favourite thing was on that particular video. It was a huge chatty video with Barry update and what have you. We've got Anne Lane, Sarah Wilkes, Lorna Callaghan and Angie Beaumont. Those are the people that told me what their favourite things in January were. So we have got 1 to 4. And I'm just using this. Let's see what happens. And the number is 3. So that's Lorna. I think I've sent Lorna a book before. So well done. Let's see if I can find the duck race now. I'll just pause you a minute while I do that. So this next draw is to win the caddy. Oh, sorry, I've got a hair in my mouth. And you had to tell me what you would put in one of the pots. I think it was the little pot. And yes, we had 15 people comment. So I've set this up. 15, you can see there. I've set this up for 30 seconds. Let's just go back and start. Good luck, everybody. Oh, they're all level pegging at the moment. Come on, who's going to be out in front? It's all very little. Oh, number 6 is making a little bit of a move forward. Oh, 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 oh. Come on. Oh, number 6. Who's going to catch up? Number 6. Number 9's coming up. Number 9's coming up. Oh, and it is number 6. So number 6 is Andrea. Shush. Is Andrea the Cumbrian Crafter. There we go. There are all the people that were entered. So I will get that posted to you. Right, back up top now. So well done to Lorna. The book will be wending its way to you. And well done to Andrea, the Cumbrian Crafter. This will be wending its way to you. Obviously, it was Valentine's Day. And Mr. Paper&Twine actually made me a card. He's taken some Centura pearl out of my stash. And he's printed this off. That's quite sweet of him, isn't it? I've tested positive for loving you. Bless him. Bless him. He doesn't do cards. He doesn't normally buy cards. And then had a little gift. We're going to sit and do this together. It's not terribly complicated Lego, but we both love Lego. And this is little lovebirds. That's so cute, isn't it? So that was lovely. What else can I tell you before I tell you about Barry? I've been very, very busy. There's loads of stuff going on, and I'm in school, and yeah, it's taken some getting used to. I say getting used to. It's like I've never been out of a school. Actually, I've got used to it very quickly. It is just the tiredness, because it's a different kind of work from if you're in an office or in retail or hospitality. You just have to be vigilant all the time. Are the little beggars doing anything they shouldn't be doing? And you know, I'm lucky that the role I'm doing at the moment is teaching assistant, so I'm not actually stood up in front of the class in charge. I was the first day. I did 3 lessons the first day, but now I'm covering a vacancy, and I'm really enjoying it, actually. There are some challenging students that I'm working with. One young lady, first day I worked with her, I was supposed to take her to her first lesson of the day. She did a runner. She ran away from me. And she's quite a bit taller than me. And I kept her in sight. I thought, I'm not chasing after her. And it was lesson change, so thousands of kids running around. I thought, I'm not chasing after her. So I kept her in sight, but then she got lost in the crowd. So I just went back up to this area that she goes to where she feels safe, and said, yeah, she's run away from me. So I said, don't worry, she'll come back up here. And in fact, she did. While I was still there, she came back. So yeah, so that was fun. She did a runner. Kids who don't want help. But then there was a lovely lad who did want some help. He's entitled to a scribe. So some students, when they're doing their GCSEs, they can have a reader to read the questions to them, or they can have a scribe to write their answers down. So it's very strict. You have to write exactly what they say. You can't tell them what to say. And we went somewhere quiet. It was an in-class assessment. So the class did the assessment in class, and we went somewhere quiet so that he could obviously speak to me without disturbing the other students. And such a lovely lad, quite a tall lad, year 10. But the day before I'd done some work with him, and I just clocked him, you know. His uniform was really neat, his shoes were polished, his fingernails were immaculate. You know, you think of teenage boys and grubby hands and where their hands have been. His hands were scrupulously clean, his nails absolutely immaculate, really shiny and clean. Anyway, we did this lesson the next day where I wrote his answers down for him. And he said, "Thanks for helping, miss." And I said, "That's fine, it's what I'm here for." And I thought, oh, it's actually really nice to help somebody that wants to be helped. Whereas there's another lad who's in year 9, who I'm with in quite a lot of his English lessons. He's hyperactive, doesn't want any help, and, you know, hello, I've come to help you. I said his name. I'm obviously not going to say his name on here. That's not my name. My name's so-and-so. I don't want any help, you know. But he's actually warmed to me a little bit, and like, I wear my big ring, and he's asking me questions about my ring, you know. And there are some fantastic teachers. There's some that are, you know, you think, if I was Ofsted, you'd be unsatisfactory. But there's a couple who have got really good relationships with the kids and are really actually are teaching them. But it's interesting how the pandemic has really changed young people. In my opinion and in my experience, they're much less independent in their learning. They want to be spoon-fed. Yeah, it is what it is. But one teacher, the number of kids who aren't properly equipped for school, and it's not because they can't afford it. I mean, how much does a pen cost in Tesco's? You know, Tesco's value, you can get 10, sure you can get 10 pens for £1 or something. Anyway, they were saying, "Oh, have you got a pen? Have you got a pen?" And this one teacher, she's got post-it notes taped to the pens, and she's given them all names. So there's one called Maud, and there's one called Barry, which leads me in very nicely to telling you about Barry. Latest update from Barry. So Betty had thawed a little bit after the Harrogate debacle. He'd been trying to keep us sweet, and, you know, yeah, things were stable, shall we say. Anyway, because I was working Monday, I gave him the day off, so the coffee shop was closed. And he took Betty to London. Somebody said Barry should have taken her to Venice. Nice idea, but I think his passport's run out. Yeah, he didn't renew it after his trip to Poland when he went to see Bart. Yeah, so I think his passport's out of date at the moment. Anyway, he couldn't afford to take her to Venice, but he took her to London for the day. And he booked one of these private shuttles on the London Eye. And you get champagne and canapes, and yeah, you get the pod to a minimal number of people. Anyway, what Barry hadn't banked on was Betty absolutely petrified of heights. Yeah. So she's all right when it goes off, because it goes off very slowly. If you've ever been on the London Eye, I think I've been on it twice, and I was a bit dubious actually, which I'll tell you about something else in a minute. Yeah, it starts off very slowly, but then it does go really high. And obviously on a nice day, you get a really clear view. And she was all right when it started off, but when it got to its highest event, she was clutching to the safety rail like this, and wouldn't look, and wouldn't have any of the canapes. It was from a top London restaurant, wouldn't have any of the champagne. And Barry's there going, "Well, this was a bloody waste of money." And she's going, "But I don't like heights." So yes, when the pod made its descent back to terra firma, shall we say, the atmosphere between Barry and Betty was quite frosty. She was upset that he hadn't been more understanding, and he was upset that she hadn't had any of the champagne or canapes that he'd paid money for. So yeah, we're back to square one a little bit with our Barry and Betty. He's got work to do, but you know, you've got to give him some brownie points. He did try, didn't he? He did try. But when Barry told me this story, it reminded me when I was a student doing my teacher training, a load of us went to the Nottingham Goose Fair. Those of you that are foreign viewers, Nottingham is a lovely city in the Midlands, and they have a goose fair every autumn. Something I think it goes back hundreds of years, and I think it is to do with perhaps geese. And Christmas, you'd perhaps buy your goose to fatten it up for Christmas. I don't know, I might be making that up. If you know, let me know downstairs in the comments down below. But yeah, I went on this big Ferris wheel, and it was a very windy day, and it was a big wheel, and it was shaking like this. I was really scared, and they had to stop the ride, and I was like crying and shaking, and let me off, and they had to stop the ride and get it back to the beginning and let me off and start it off again. So that was really embarrassing. Yeah. And have you had any embarrassing Valentine's Day stories? I remember being about six. I made a Valentine's Day card for my dad's best friend's eldest son. There were 3 boys in that family, and the eldest son was my age, and we became very good friends, and have stayed in touch all these years. But I sent him a Valentine's card when I was 6, and he sent it back unopened. That's my embarrassing Valentine's Day story. But at a school I worked in back in the day, really early on in my teaching career, do you remember Rolos? Can you still get Rolos? I don't seem to have seen them on the shelves for a long time. And there used to be that advert, didn't there? Who do you love enough to give your last Rolo to? Was it something like that? You know, your last Rolo, who are you going to give it to? Who do you love more than yourself? And I for a couple of years, if Valentine's wasn't in the holidays or fell on a school day, I did give someone your last Rolo, and it'd be wrapped up and on a little card, like kids paid 20p or something, and there'd be little cupids delivering the last Rolos to people, so that was nice. But I've whittled on quite a lot. Yeah, just things are really busy. A lot of you have asked how my mum is. She is at home now, struggling with her mobility, and yeah, she's got other health issues, so yeah, she's not in a very good place, bless her, really. Yeah, and I think it's hard work for my dad as well. So thank you for those people who are sending thoughts to her. I'll pass those on to her. And where are we? It's Wednesdays, I'm doing this Thursday. I think I've got one more video going up this week, which is going to be a surprise. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get this uploaded and edited and all that kind of stuff and scheduled. Back to school tomorrow, or today for me. Yeah, I'm hoping this cold will have done one. Feeling a bit better today than I was yesterday. But yeah, it's still all here. Yeah, so I will love you and leave you and be back very soon. If you're not subscribed already, please do consider subscribing. Very close to 900 subscribers now. I'd love to get there. Take care, everybody. Bye now.